Rush Run and Red Ash were two mining communities less than 2 miles apart. Rush Run was founded in 1889 by the Rush Run Coal Company. The town eventually fell silent following the mine's closure in the 1940s and was left abandoned. And Red Ash was located across the river from Berry and Fire Creek. Sadly, 2 mining disasters happened at Red Ash. The first mining disaster happened in 1900, and in 1905, tragedy struck again. It's possible Red Ash was abandoned in the 1940s as well, but I can't find any definitive answers. I am now on the Brooklyn, Southside Trail, and I'll be making my way to Rush Run and Red Ash. This is going to be a long hike. I'm prepared. I have my water and my GPS Garmin. There's actually a lot in this area, so I bought this along and I programmed it with the destinations. I just realized there's 3 lines here. One, two, three. So when I first got on a trail, it was 1 line, and it split out into 3 lines. They're doing some work on the line over there. Well, we got 4 lines now. One, two, three, 4. Let's see if I can actually show you. Here's one. Here's 2. Here's 3. And there's 4. So the one closest to the trail, it merges into this one. Right down there. So that's where it becomes 3 lines. This is cool. Just stop and notice the eastern redbud down there. They are in full bloom this time of year. That one's all by its lonesome down there. Now on my way in, when I was driving, I noticed there seems like there's more eastern redbuds in this state than in Pennsylvania. They were all over. There was one cliffside, had nothing but eastern redbuds. Absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite native trees, actually. I'm still following along the abandoned 4 railroad tracks, and it looks like there was a rock slide here. The whole thing came down. It's covering up 3 of the railroad tracks. And over to my right is just a sheer drop. Probably a good 40 feet, 50 feet. Look at this though, absolutely beautiful. Looks like the trail is going inward. So I'm trying to figure out what happened to this line. Oh, yeah, okay, there it is. It is a nice trail though. Someone does keep it clear. Oh yeah, so that's a complete washout right there. See the rails? And then the washout. So now I'm walking in between rail 1, rail 2. Oof. Alright, so I'm still walking. I must have crossed over a trail, or I must have crossed over a rail. So there is a rail line up there. It's elevated. That's about 8 or 9 feet higher than these rails down here. But look at this cliffside. Absolutely stunning. It's like a retaining wall here. I don't think we're at the ghost town yet. So I guess that says SS Junction, and that's just an arrow. Okay. I don't know how accurate it is because Thurmond is over that way. Minden. All right, and this is Brooklyn. Now Brooklyn was also another mining camp, but that's a campground now. All right, so I just took a picture of Arrow SS Junction. And I'm gonna cross the bridge now. I do have to check where I'm at just to make sure I'm not missing anything, because this is the New River, and the New River is flowing that way. This is the stream. The New River right there is flowing that way, which is north. This is really well done. Bravo. rock. Okay. Yeah, I could see that actually. So I gotta keep my ears peeled. This looks like a cut. Alright, let's get through this. It's not that bad. And I did see a bulldozer from a distance. I don't know if they're doing any work in here. I might see it once we get out of this cut. Actually, it looks like a road. Yeah, there's the cat. Making this into a road. I hope I'm not too late. Oh god. We'll see. Because the coke ovens should be right by the trail. So, we'll see. Alright, so this is the road. This is the trail. So I think we're good. And it says, landside, proceed with caution or care. There's some rail ties down here. Yeah, there's the road. Wow. That is a pretty wide river, though. Oh, some not tubers, but whitewater rafting. Here's a couple of kayakers. Actually, I wouldn't mind kayaking this river. It's as wide as the Delaware, though, I'll tell you that. Another retaining wall. Oh, I just found some slack. That is a piece of slag. Oh, we're probably not far. I'm not seeing any coke ovens yet. actually think they're making this area a tourist site right here. But here is another bridge. So yes, you can bicycle on here, but you cannot use an e-bike. For as narrow as that trail was behind me, yeah, you wouldn't want to use an e-bike. Now, this is the old railroad bridge. See, there's the original. See, on this side better. Very cool. I don't know if that was a deer. I heard something. I don't know. I guess we'll find out then, huh? My concern is bear. Oh yeah, there's fresh deer track. Because I don't know. To me, if there was a bear on this trail, I would have no place to go. Can't go up. I could fall down. Or I can keep running miles for miles. Well, you're not supposed to run for a bear. Anyway, I had my bear mace on me, so I'm alright. See? It just sounded a lot closer. Because I'm still seeing a deer track. Just look at that. Now there's also more ghost towns on that side of the river as well. There's Barry. I just don't know how close we are to that. I believe Fire Creek. Yeah, there's a ton of there's a ton of ghost towns around here. Old rail right here. A nice little cliffside. That is a truck on a track. Actually, they're doing maintenance over there. And the pickup truck I saw had the track attachments, the train track attachments. tell. Ooh, is it warmed up? So when I started out this morning, it's 28 degrees. And I knew the temperature was supposed to rise today, but when I started this hike, it was still chilly because this is actually a really long hike. Now that I'm moving around and I'm getting hot. And I don't want to take the sweater off yet. I take a little break at Rush Run, and I think I'm close. Oh. So there's a little pedestal, and there's another little pedestal up there. Let's see if we can get to it. What's this? Another tub. Alright, so there you go. So there was something here. Oh yeah, you can see a facade. You can see a facade right there. Sorry, I was trying to get the alignment right. So there was a building here. That's an old bottle. It's broke. Got its own growth and going inside. Just put on the light a little bit. Two, 7. I think that's upside down. Try not to get cut. 2, 7, 14. I don't know, it could be an old Coke bottle or something. I'll put that right back. That's an artifact. So yeah, there was something definitely here. I should be close to the site though, if I'm not at the site already. And I should be coming up in some coke ovens. Alright. These beautiful purple flowers. There is a lovely scent here. I don't know if it's because of these flowers. A slight resemblance to the smell of honeysuckle, but slight, like, seems similar. Let me check my map, make sure I didn't overshoot it. Nope. Well, it should be around this corner. Yep, alright. So now we are seeing more remnants. There we go. So with the way these are staggered, what these could be is they had railroad ties and tracks on top, and whatever they mined in the area, they would put on this track to load on the main track. So I don't know if they had something like that here, I'm guessing. I can't see that these were for an actual structure because it is a straight line. Let's see what else we can find. Oh yeah. What is this beautiful thing back here? That is a ruin. I didn't think I would find actual ruins back here. Wow. I thought all that was left were the cook ovens. Wow, wow. It's a large rectangle. So it goes this way. Well, let me get a better. It goes this way, that way, back there, down here, over to here. This was actually huge, whatever it was. Let me step in. I gotta take a picture of this. It's actually very cool. Alright, let's move forward. There's another wash basin down there. So along here, wasn't seeing any more remnants of Rush Run, but this is the trail here, and I'm seeing stuff pushed to the side, and they look awfully flat-sided, like they were part of a ruin. I hope it wasn't destroyed. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Right here. Oh my God. There's a whole ruin right there. What am I on? How do I even get over there? I lose my glasses. Oh, these are cook ovens. There's a cook oven opening right there. Alright, I gotta figure out. So I'm standing on top of cook ovens. Okay, let me get down before I fall in one. So that explains this hill. Alright. Let me see. There's a easy way over. Yeah, because I started looking, I'm like, I wonder if they pushed that aside for a trail. I don't really want to go back too far because I still have to go to Red Ash. I don't want to climb over it because I might fall through. Hold on. If anything, if I might go to Red Ash first and then make my way back on the other side over there. I'll just mark it on a trail or something. Hold on. We're getting less and less. Okay, right here. So I do believe I'm walking on top of collapsed coconuts. Alright, yeah. That's exactly what we got. So these are coke ovens. Wow. Okay, so here's a pretty easy, accessible one. Why does it do that? All right. So yeah, they're all going to be like this. Like, oh no. They're all going to be lined with brick. It's actually pretty cool how they did this. They're all going to look like that though. So it's a good thing I'm not walking on them because it looks like the brick is going up and down. I don't typically know how strong that would be. So we're going to see how far I can walk on this portion because I don't know how clear I have it. And these coke ovens can go pretty far. A bit more clearing on this side. Wow. Nature is ripping these guys apart. I wonder if they all looked like this at one point with the wall, because the coke oven's tucked right in there. Yep, that is what is left of a coke oven. Yeah, I'm losing trail. Like after that tree, I don't see anything else. All right, so I stupidly chanced it. I figure the dip portion had more ground to it than a dome itself, so I used that. So all this here is the coke ovens. Oh, and of course, there's an opening right here. Why is that? Oh, because someone broke right through it. Well, that works. At least it's nice and cool in here. Be a nice place to stop and have a little snack, but it's bowing a little there. It's bowing a little here. So no. Not today, Wilson. We're gonna go check this out. I don't know if that's a ruin or not. Get these sticker bushes. Skunk cabbage is on the way up. Yes, that is a ruin. Wow. I barely saw that from the trail. Wow, that's actually really cool. All right, so that was the ruin we just checked out. I'm looking around to see if I see anything else, and there's pillars over here. They're all lined up. What's this? It's an old box, old metal box. So got these pillars. There's a couple more over here. Actually, I'm just walking on a brick pile. I just noticed. Hold on. Pile of bricks. More of these pillars. So there was something here. Oh, there's brick. Oh, that tree is actually huge. Looks like a sycamore. Some bricks here. So now back to the trail. Yeah, that's something I would not have seen if it was summer. Would have been buried in weeds. Alright. Came from that way. Continue walking this way. Keep my eye out. Yeah, see, I barely saw that railing. There is a square. Why is it? There we go. There is a square foundation right here. Or I should say rectangle. Rectangle, square. Huh. Yeah, the coke ovens look like they ended right over there. Right where the brush pile is. Because now it's flat, well, now it's downhill. Instead of a lump of pile. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. This is a dead tree. Move that out of the way. So yes, we should still be in Rush Run. Wow. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in. It's all flooded. Well, maybe a little on this side. Oh, wow. Look, you could see where the windows were. I don't know what this was, but the stone used to build it is massive. Oh, wow. Looks like there's some sort of pipe over here. Yeah, this is pretty large. But very cool. Alright, so that is the Colossal Stone Ruin. I'm going to make my way back out to the path. A few carpenter bees flying around. They won't bother me. Just they're a little clumsy at times, but wow. Alright, onward and forward. Actually, right here, there was something too. There's something. Hold on. Yeah, there. I think there's another thing down that way. Yep. How do I get to it though? Looks like right here, Kathy. Alright. That is a pipe. I would have never guessed. Right there. Pipe. Alright, so the things that you see with moss on it looks like it's part of a ruin, but there's something a little bit more significant down this way. Yeah, this was something. Trying to figure out best way over. Is that another tub? I don't know. I'm walking on a pile of bricks again. So these are pillars. Looks like an entrance over here. Wow. I don't know if this was anything, but Mr. Carpenter B. He wouldn't have been out this morning. It was too cold for him. He's been kind of following me around. I think it's the same Carpenter Bee. But yeah, you can see this ruin a little bit better from this angle. Watch out for snakes too, which I've been doing. Alright, so there's another piece of slag. So I think we're close to approaching red ash. I know red ash is by a bend, the water bend, and I do see the mountains start to curve that way. There's a ruin right here. Though I don't see how it could be a building. It's on a slope. It's not a retaining wall. There's another portion of it back there. So there's a pretty nice ruin down here. Well, something was here. There's a pile of brick here. Cool root system. A fallen tree. But let's continue. Let's find a little bit of a way up. Just according to the historical maps, it should be up a little on the path. Oh, there's a little ruin right here. Ooh. Here we are. That tree was huge. Yep, this was definitely something. I mean, even though I exactly did not pinpoint exactly what I came here to find in this particular area, it is still evident that there was a town back here. There's pillars. Why does it do that? There's pillars down that way. I see one right there. There's a couple next to it too. And right now, I'm literally in the middle of the forest. I believe it's 4 miles to Thurman that way, and maybe about 1.5 miles to the Brooklyn primitive campground back that way. I found a lot of remnants of Rush Run and only a few of red ash. From what I researched, there's actually a lot more remnants of red ash to be found, but this hike turned out to be 8+ miles. I double-checked the area the next day when I was nearby for the next explore, but didn't find much. So stay tuned for the next video. They call it the Island of the Dead.